And don't co-sign fuck nigga shit and be acting like, bro, it's for the money. We getting money. Certain codes and ethics and shit that I stand on that I'm not going against for no amount of money. I don't care what you pay me. It's just certain shit that I won't do. Certain lines that I won't cross. Period. Just cause I'm a man. And niggas be crossing them lines and kicking it like it's for the money. Like, what else you'll do?
Yeah.
What else you'll do for the money?
Yeah.
If you'll look over that.
Altercations at all costs. It means if it's not worth killing them, don't even pursue it. So he stepped on your shoe. All right, yo, this is wrong with you. Say pardon me, man. You stepped on my shit. You know what I'm saying? But don't push the situation further than you have to push it because he stepped on your shoe.
OG mean authoring game. A cat is not your OG because he's older than you.
Right.
A cat is your OG when he offering you game. And game is God's intention, motivation, education.
Right.
Somebody that's going to give you something. If you don't bring value to value, devalue value. So you bringing this cat something that's going to maybe save his life, that's going to position him in life. That's what an OG do.
Back when I was a kid, I had a childhood friend named Chris Collins. He had a brother named Zephyr. They say Zeph drowned in Lake Chabot. And they say somebody jumped out there and tried to help Zeph. But Zeph started pulling them down and they had to let go. And as rough as that may sound, I mean, that's what you might have to do to save yourself. You might have to let go. And see, sometimes we'll look at that like, you know, I killed Zeph, or I could have saved Zeph's life. Possibly. But like I say, if whatever it is you're trying to save is at risk of drowning you, killing you, let go. You hear me? You gotta let go. And man, it ain't always gonna be easy. Cause sometimes we attracted to what we used to, not what's good for us. You know what I mean? And that's in a lot of situations. We can be attracted to what we used to and not what's good for us. All right? Take that with you, man. As always, hug the loved ones, kiss the babies, and fuck with me.
Only bitch-ass niggas take that mentality. I don't owe nobody nothing. Only insecure niggas take that mentality. I don't owe no fucking body nothing. Okay, let me ask you a question. Nobody didn't get there on they self. Nobody didn't get there by their fucking self, so that mean the motherfucker that helped you didn't take the mentality of, I don't owe nobody nothing. They took the mentality of, I see a nigga that got talent. I'm able to help you process and get through the doors that you need to get through. So I'm gonna help you get through them fucking doors. So if a motherfucker helped you get through the doors, and then you get here and you lock the doors on everybody else, you's a nut ass.
Is when somebody can come and dangle whatever it is right in front of you, and you know that you don't need that.
Yeah, I love it. I do it all the time.
Now, people think that I have that mentality because I have money. When I had no money, when I had a little money, I always was like that. I remember we was about to get signed by Sony Records. We went to the CEO's house. We was there in New Jersey or something at his big mansion, and he was asking me about what we were doing. I told him at the time I think I was making $8,000, $9,000 a show or something like that. I was like, I'm making $8,000, $9,000 a show, and he was like, what? And he stood up on his desk and pulled out money and threw it on the ground. Do a show for me. Yep, he was like, do a show for me. He's like, you bragging about that? He's like, you want to get plaques? You want to go platinum? You want to take over the world? You got to come to the big leagues. But he didn't like the fact that I was talking in a way like I didn't need a record labels. That's how I used to be independently. But
who did that?
Man, I don't even want.
I was about to say, what?
Yeah.
I got something for that person.
Yeah. It was crazy times. But I when I went to Universal and got signed, I had walked into every record label before Universal and walked in with their stickers on my shirt. And I walked in, Universal was looking like, you went to everybody except for us. And I was just like, yeah. And I started off the conversation saying, I just want to let y'all know I'm perfectly comfortable leaving here without a deal.
And they love
Who
that.
says that?
Someone with a hit record. I've said it.
I mean,
I've said it a lot of times. And
this is before I knew I was going to be major.
The difference is I'd be like, fuck you and your deal. Don't give me the nigga deal. I'm out. And I'm going to tell everybody you tried to play me. That's how I used to do them.
See, I didn't go that far.
Yeah, but I used to enjoy it.
Yeah, but that's aggressive, man.
Yeah, I'm aggressive.
You start to shut people off, you know what I'm saying?
Fuck them. They robbing my culture. Fuck them.
So you want to burn the bridge like that every time?
I always do. I'm burning a bridge.
You get a kick out of burning the bridge.
To someone that's immoral, that is exploiting my family and exploiting my culture, fuck yeah, I love it. I burn that shit every day. And every time I do burn a bridge, 10 years later, that person gets like a Me Too charge or some dumb shit, and I'd be like, I told y'all so.
Damn.
I'd be dead right.
A lot of that be happening in the music industry,
so
too.
So it's really good to burn that bridge because it showcases exactly that you don't give a fuck. I burn bridges with people that are immoral because I don't give a fuck.
See, but then we end up in a situation where
I don't want to work with immoral people, period.
Yeah.
I don't even want to be tempted to. I burn it so I can't go back. I'm not looking the other way. That's the demise of our culture.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm torturing you and you know better.
Yeah.
So do that shit someplace else. And you can't do it to me. So I'm going to fucking torture you publicly for everybody else that you took advantage of from my culture that's too weak to fight. That's what I do. That's my game. And I enjoy it because I'm not in that business.
And you never, what about the management side?
I did that, but I don't want to manage. I hate that shit. I need a manager. I don't want to manage. I'm not fucking wiping nobody's ass.
Man, yeah, man. I don't know, man. That sounds like the opposite of what
I'm playing
the music industry is.
I'm not in the music industry at all.
I'm saying, like, I'm watching you as a legend in the music industry. You found a way to make it through all that. So
yeah, I did it. That's why. That's the only reason why they talk about Dame, because I'm just a businessman. I did it different. I shook it up. My homeboys won. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that I wanted to put on got put on. You don't exploit me. We exploit you, and that's what happened. And everybody that I put on is still on. At least the ones that are married to famous girls.
Interesting. Man, bro.
Like, you know, like I said, I put too many people on to be wrong.
You want to do a book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did book Culture Vultures. I got a book. I'll give it
Oh,
to
yeah,
you.
I know about that one.
But that was more like, you know, just interviews and shit.
You
like
love Culture Vulture stuff, man.
I love exposing.
You say that a lot.
I mean, I just needed a name for that person. So when someone white comes in and tries to take advantage of our culture and you call them a culture vulture, that's like calling them a nigger. They do not want to be called culture vulture. That's the one thing. Like, I changed Leor's whole game. His whole approach on my culture is different. Now he has to tread lightly when he tries to rob us. Before he was brazen. Now he got to be cute and act like he doesn't. Before he did it like he like, fuck y'all, I'm doing it. Now he got to act like he's not. At least. At least there's a flag on his head that you better fucking act a certain way and have some sort of respect, or you better not come up in here. Because he used to come a lot more arrogant and cocky. So yeah, I regulated a lot of people that I felt were being disrespectful to the people I couldn't protect in front of me. Because I never let them do that to none of my artists, and that's the reason why they be sick.
So there ends up being a situation where, you know, you got people like you that can't deal with all that type of stuff. You know, burn a bridge, whatever, and then you end up leaving that industry. And now you get less executives, you know, that look like us in there. You get less people fighting for us.
There's no executives that look like us in there. It's straight exploitation. They have a department called Black Music run by a white man. Def Jam's not run by a black man. That's why I couldn't be doing that shit. The bottom line is there's no fit in. You gotta fucking shake that shit up. I don't want to be in their house. I want to be in my own. Fuck them.
Man.
If I fit in their house, I gotta be number 2. I'm number 1. Period.
Yeah.
They're gonna look out for their family before they look out for mine, and they should.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be in your house. Matter of fact, I'm gonna piss on your steps so you never let me in your house. This is a network about breaking patterns, about self-awareness, about doing things yourself. The spirit is independent.
World is such a and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. If you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump. Gimme. Push. Step. Crush. That's how it all is. And it's like nobody ever stopped. Just, you know, I feel like instead of us just being like slavery's bad, slavery's down, bad whitey. I mean, all right, let's stop that. And everybody's smart enough to know that, I mean, we've been slighted and we want ours. And I don't mean by like ours, 40 acres and a mule, because we're past that. But we need help. I mean, for us to be on our own 2 feet, us meaning youth or us meaning black people, whatever you want to take it for us to be on our own 2 feet, we do need help. Because we have been here. We have been a good friend. If you want to make it a relationship type thing, we have been there, and now we deserve our payback. It's like you got a friend that you don't never look out for. You know, you dressed up in jewels. Now America's got jewels, and they paid and everything, and they lending money to everybody except us. And it's like, you know, everybody need a little help on their way to being, you know, self-reliant. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about the album, about the Special Olympics. Everybody need a little something and they to be independent. No independent person just grew up and was born independent. You worked and you learned teamwork and you learned cooperation and unity and struggle, and then you became independent. And we have to teach that and instill that. And why is it that they want to do that? I mean, if this is truly a melting pot in the country where we care about it and Lady Liberty got a hand like this, she really loves us, then we really need to be like that. And it needs to be the black kids. If there's a white person who got money, then he need to help them. He need to help black kids, Mexican kids, Korean kids, whatever. But it needs to be real. And it need to be before we all die and then you say, oh, I made a mistake. We should have gave them some money. We really should have helped these folks. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you got to pay your own karma. And that's when God make you punish. When God punishes you. Because I feel like, you know, it's too much money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for 36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic. That's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 billion and then there's people starving. There's no way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants.
We say to people that say, well, they earned it. Now you go out and you're earning it.
If they earned it, then I think that that's good, and I think that they deserve it. But even if you earned it, you still owe. Because look at me, I don't have that mega money, but I feel guilty walking by somebody. I got to give them some mail. And if I know I got $3,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or $1. It's wrong. Only you know what you got in your pocket. And that's wrong. No matter what they do, if they take it and drink it, they take it and drink it. But, I mean, you got. You understand? And we all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't got don't mean he was bad. Or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy, or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got. And ain't it bad that you got 30? I mean, can you imagine somebody having $32 million? $32 million. And this person has nothing, and you can sleep. You can still go to the movies about, I mean, and then these are the type of people that get humanitarian awards. Millionaires. How can they be humanitarians? By the fact that they millionaires and there's so many poor people shows how unhumane they are. You know what I'm saying? And that bugs me. Not saying that when I'm never going to be rich, and you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying it's a struggle, and I think everybody deserves. And I think there's a way to pay these people. I think there is a way. It just takes to be revolutionary. And it takes to do something out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if we just said, okay, I got an idea. No more porno buildings. You know what I'm saying? Let's build houses. Or no more polo games. Let's build houses for poor people. You know what I'm saying? Or, look, okay, I know you're rich. I know you got $40 billion. But can you just keep it to one house? You only need one house. And if you only got 2 kids, can you just keep it to 2 rooms? I mean, why have 52 rooms and you know there's somebody with no room? It just don't make sense to me. It don't. And then these people celebrate Christmas. They got big trees, huge trees, all the little trimmings. Everybody got gifts, and then somebody's starving. And they're having a white Christmas. They're having a great Christmas, eggnog and the whole nine. That's not fair to me.
You say to people that say you turned your back on the culture or
exactly 100%. I have turned my back on the idea of victimization mentality. We are locked up. We went from 1 and 4. We went from 1 and 4 to 1 and 3, but we always pointing at the white people, but yet we want to spend all of our money on foreigns. We want to spend all our money on luxury as opposed to going and buying some land. America is for sale, and there's a lot of barren land. Disney bought a lot of it in Florida, but the culture has you focused so much on fucking somebody bitch and pulling up in a foreign and rapping about things that could get you locked up and then saying you about prison reform. Like, it's, bro, we brainwashed out here, bro. Come on, man. This is a free man.
A nigga can't even give a nigga a compliment without a nigga feeling some type of way. Like, you gotta learn to be able to give somebody some credit and not have to do a Mr. Me Too type shit. You know, a motherfucker come to you with a story or whatever, right, man? You be like, well, embrace the story. When you young, you want to match the story. When you competitive, you want to outdo the story. As you get older, you allow a person to just share his story and say, thank you for sharing, man. Some of you niggas out there be like, oh, nigga, I can do that too. Okay. Oh, but listen to this. Okay. Like, can you genuinely give a person a compliment without no strings attached to it? If a nigga is dope, leave it at just being dope. That shit is like weirdo shit to me, man. People be so competitive that they forget, man, you your own competition, but you also your worst enemy, because you can't even allow yourself to give somebody else some love without holding on to it. It's like you want to give a nigga some money, but you be holding on. Man, you didn't rip the money, dummy. Man, we living in times where a nigga can't even
The more you care, the more you prepare. Period. And thinking is a part of that. You'd be surprised how many people are scared to think. Most of my arguments don't come from me pushing somebody physically. It's from me pushing them to think. I'm like, God damn, you don't want to think? Like, that doesn't eat, like, it's harder to run a fucking mile than to think. So why is it less scarier to work out than to just think? And it doesn't take any physical effort. It's about a perspective. Why are people so scared of the unknown? Just because you don't know an answer. Like, Google was so foreign to me up to a couple years ago, as surprising as that may seem. But Raquel, who's wifey for lifey, remembers the moment that I was like, holy shit, I could find out everything all this time. You know, all I would have had to do was look, and I would have seen how easy it was. But because it was unknown in the moment, I thought it was complicated. How many times do you get a remote control and it does 3 million things, but just because you don't know how, you can't figure it out, you're like, fuck all those other things. The more you care,